Hello everyone. We are now in topic 2 of quarter 1 in our pre-calculus subject, which talk about parabolas. The competency. At the end of the session, the students determine the standard form of equation of a parabola. Okay, before anything else, we are going to review first the geometric definition of a parabola, which relies on a cone and a plane intersecting it. Okay, so we can recall the previous activity we have, the activity number 1, that you are intersecting a plane into the cone. Diba? So when we intersect the cone together with the tilted plane, or inyong i-cut with the scissor nga pa-diagonally ang paagi, so notice that you formed a parabola. Okay, so the definition states that the locus of all points such that the distance from a point to the directrix is equal to the distance from the same point to a focus. So, mo na siya ang definition of a parabola. Okay? So, mo ni siya ang example of parabola, no? So, mauni ang gitawag og vertex. And by the way, the parabola is opening to the right. So, this is the vertex. And here is the focus, and this line is the directrix. So the distance from the directrix to a vertex is, we have the absolute value of p units. Okay, then it is equal to the distance from the vertex to the focus, which is also equal to the absolute value of p. Okay, so from the definition, that the parabola is composed of points on a plane such that the distance from this point nga naa sa parabola kani nga point ngadto sa directrix nga distance is the same distance from the point to the focus. So equal na sila distance. Bisag asa nga point, bisag pag dire sa babaw, ang distance dire equal sa distance dito. So pareha kuno og distance. So mo na gitawag og parabola. Okay, so again, point, focus. From point to focus is equal to point to the directrix. So the parabola has one axis of symmetry which intersects the parabola and the vertex. So unsa may axis of symmetry? So kaning si John green. This is the axis of symmetry. The distance from the vertex to the focus is the absolute value of p, and the distance from the directrix to the vertex is also absolute value of p. So pareha na sila ang distance. Okay, what are the different parts of a parabola? Okay, the first one is the vertex. It is the sharpest turn point of the parabola. So, if the parabola is opening upward, then the vertex here is the minimum. So, the lowest point among the points na naa sa parabola. If the parabola is opening downward, ato pa mabali ni siya, so the vertex is your maximum point. So siya pinakataas nga point sa tanang points nga naa sa parabola. And then to the right or to the left, dili na nimo ma-consider as unsa man, no? But it is the sharpest turn point, so anha mo liko ang imong parabola. Okay? The next one is the focus. It is a point used to define a parabola which is p units from the vertex. So, ang focus mo ni siya naan siya na mabutang sud sa parabola. So, it is p units from the vertex to a focus. Then we have the axis of symmetry. It is a line that divides the parabola into two equal parts, passing through the vertex and the focus. So, moagi na siya sa vertex and the focus. Mo divide sa parabola into two equal parts, and it is also perpendicular to the directrix. So, meaning makakreate siya og 90 degrees. Okay? Then we have the directrix. It is the line perpendicular to axis of symmetry, which is p units from the vertex. Okay, so parehang distance gikan sa vertex to focus. So pareha silang distance sa vertex to directrix. Again, directrix is the line and the focus is a point. And then we have the latus rectum. It is a line segment passing through the focus perpendicular to axis of symmetry, which is 4p units long. Okay, so in this illustration, this is the latus rectum. So it passes through the focus, and then kaning a point here or kaning a point here is what we call as the ends of latus rectum. So the latus rectum is 4 units. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 units from the focus, 2 units to the right, and 2 units to the left when the parabola is opening upward or downward. So kung right or left, 2 units from the focus, above o below sa focus. Pag 2 units kay 4 units man ang katason. Okay? So, studying parabola important to us. Okay? Important no because it is applicable to our real life situation. So, example na to dere is satellite dish. Kani, it has an application to architecture, mga designs. Okay, applications in engineering, physical science, ug uban pa. So we have here the parabola with vertex Hk opening upward. So for this, the parabola with axis of symmetry parallel to y-axis. So ang imong axis of symmetry is kani, which is parallel to y-axis with vertex Hk. So the standard form is quantity x minus h squared is equal to 4p quantity y minus k. Okay. Then the equation, in this case, the equation of axis of symmetry, this one is x equals h. Ang h, no? Okay. Parallel man siya to y-axis. So, ang imong axis of symmetry is x equals, kaya natungod mo siya sa x. And then the coordinates of the focus is same siya og abscissa sa imong vertex, but the ordinate is pun-an nimo P kay di ba ang imong ang focus is above the vertex man, so with P units, so ang K sa imong vertex plus na nimo og P units. Then the equation of the rectrex is equal to is y equals k minus p. So kung mag-add ka sa babaw og p units sa imong k sa vertex, so sa imong pang directrex minusan pud to nimo. It is the y kay it is horizontal man. So minusan nimo og p ang imong k. Okay? So muna, and then ang imong ends of latus rectum, ang imong h mo ay punaan nimo og 2p, diyan ang imong k kopyaon nimo unsay k nimo sa imong focus. So the same nga repod sa pikas mo minus ka kay naman sa left, and then pero the same ra imong ordinate. Okay? Next, when the parabola with vertex Hk is opening downward, okay, the same ra gihapon, pero ang imong formula would be quantity x minus h squared is equal to negative 4p quantity y minus k. So your p here is lesser than 0, that's why mahimo siyang negative 4p opening downward, and then parehar gihapon ang imong axis of symmetry nito sa opening upward, and then ang imong directrex is mo minus ka og p kay mo plus po ka dere og p sa imong focus. Okay, and then the equation of the axis of symmetry is x equals h gihapon. Then the coordinates of the focus are h, k plus p. Then the equation of the directrex is y equals k minus p. Then when the parabola with vertex Hk is opening right, okay, so kay opening right man, ang na-squared here is the y, so that is why we have quantity y minus k squared is equal to 4p quantity x minus h. So kay to the right man, then positive ang imong p. So in this case, ang mag-equal na pod nga part sa vertex and the focus, pareha na pod sila og k. So the equation of axis of symmetry for this opening right is y equals k. So ang y na pwede mong basihan because the axis of symmetry now is parallel to the x-axis. Okay, the coordinates of focus is ang imo na pong h mo ay imong plusan o minusan here. The coordinates of the focus are ang imong h sa vertex plus ang imong p units, and then copy the k. Then the equation of the directrex is x equals h minus p. For the parabola opening left, we have the equation now becomes quantity y minus k squared equals negative 4p quantity x minus h. So parihara unta sa opening right, but the difference between them is negative 4p na imong equation sa right side because it is opening to the left. So with ang imong equation sa imong axis of symmetry is the same sa opening right, y equals k. And then, ang imo pong directrix is h minus p. Then, the coordinates of the focus, ada na po nimo ang imong h, imong vertex with p. So, manang h plus p, then k. Okay, then the equation of the directrix is x equals na po kay imong directrix is parallel to the y-axis. So, x equals h minus p. Okay? So, moto ang mga different definitions. So, dapat natong hinumduman ang 4 ka general equations. 4 ka klase. So, we have the opening upward, downward, to the right, and to the left. Okay, so we are going to write an equation in general form. So the first one is we have given focus at 3, 5 and the directrix at x equals 9. So para na to masabtan, mas better kung atong i-draw ang graph sa atong situation. Okay? So kung atong i-graph, 3, 5 is in what quadrant? Okay, it's in quadrant 1, right? So this is your focus. And your directrix is x equals 9. So we have here the x-axis. So from 3, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the directrix. So your D, which is x equals 9. And your focus is at 3, 5. Okay? So from here, so makahibaw ka sa imong opening. So asa man karon mo open ang imong parabola. So diya ang vortex sa imo ang focus is nasa the left side of the directrix. So that means between them must be your vertex. Okay? So ug ato po analyze ang imong axis of symmetry is moagi man ang axis of symmetry sa imong focus and vertex. So ang imong axis of symmetry, ang imong A is y equals 5. Diba? Kaya ning pass through man siya sa y nga 5. Okay, karon kay dapat ang imong vertex kay between man nilang duha. So kung mao ni ang point of intersection sa imong directrix and axis of symmetry. So dapat midpoint between 3, 5 and 9, 5, which is the intersection. So mao na siya nga ang between nilang duha. So 3 plus pila man ni dere? 9. 3 plus 9 is 12 divided by 2. So therefore, ang imong vertex must have coordinates of 6. Diba? Okay, 12 divided by 2. So, mo nang imong vertex have coordinates of 6, 9. Sakto? So, kani si dere is 9, 5. So, ang imong vertex is midpoint man. So, 3 plus 9 is 12 divided by 2 is 6. And then, 6, 9 ko no. It's 6, 5. 6, 5. Dili, 6, 9. Okay. Okay, so 6, 5. Okay, 5 plus 5 is 10 divided by 2 is 5 gihapon. Or, dili na nimo i-operate tungod kay collinear man si 3, 5, si focus o si vertex. Okay, so mo ng 6, 5. Okay, and since ang distance from the focus to the rectrix is, you have to count pila man ka units. Diba naman si just 6, no? So, ang imong ihap is gikan sa 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9. So, therefore, it should be 1, 2, 3. So, your P there is 3. So, gikan po ka sa focus to vertex, we have 1, 2, 3. So, it is P unit. So, therefore, the distance from vertex to focus is equal to 3. Okay? And since the axis of symmetry is parallel to the x-axis, and notice that the parabola opens to the left. So, that is why kung imo ni si siyang i-graph o perfect nga parabola, you need to find the latus rectum, the ends of latus rectum, the ends of LR. So, di ba ang LR has length 4P? So, 4 times P is equal to 4 times 3, and this will give us 12. So, that means above and below the focus, kay 12 units man ang length sa imong latus rectum. That means 6 units above o below F. Okay? So, from here sa F, mo down ka og 6 units. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Na din he. Usanin mo na ka-end of latus rectum. Then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Naapo dere ang usa. So, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, meaning, ang imong coordinates ay sa latus rectum is, we have 3, 11, og ang usa na sa ubos, we have 3, negative 1. No? 5 plus 6 is 11, then 5 minus 6 is negative 1. Negative 1, ganun na 11 na gisuwat. Okay, we have 3, negative 1. Okay, din he. So, ini-graph ni mo, mauna na imong parabola. Okay? So, kaning latus rectum, important si siya tungod kay mao si siya makaingon nga unsa ka widen ang opening sa imong parabola. So, kung wa ang latus rectum, dili nimo i-apil o graph, ang mahitabo, ang imong parabola magpataka sa siya og open, di ba? So, dili ma-proportion kay magbana-bana ramang kag unsa ka tas-on. But if you know the length of the latus rectum, so mahibaw-an nimo og pila ka units from the focus to one end of your LR. Okay? So, since it is the parabola is opening left, therefore, we are going to use the equation quantity y minus k squared. So, dapat imong banta dyan nga ang square gani is y, ang parabola is either opening to the left or to the right. So, ang imo lamang gamiton is negative ang imong 4p, then quantity x minus h kung opening to the left. Kung opening to the right, then the 4p is positive. So, ang upward gani or downward, meaning ang here, ang mo square here is the x minus h, then ari na po nimo ang imong y minus k. Then, positive 4p ka og opening upward, then negative 4p ka og opening downward. Okay, so sa dyan naman timan-an, di ba? Okay, so don't forget that the hk here is taken from your vertex. Okay, so we have quantity y, what is your k and h? When we say vertex, ang imong h here is 6 and your k is 5. So, y minus 5 dedere is equal to negative 4. Your p is 3 units, x minus 6. Okay, so simplifying this one, when we have quantity y minus 5 squared, it should be square the first term is y squared, then multiplying y times negative 5 times 2 is negative 10y, then square the negative 5, so negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25, which is equal to negative 12 quantity x minus h, x minus 6. Okay, so simplifying further, we have copy y squared minus 10y plus 25 is equal to negative 12x, so multiplying negative 12 times x and negative 12 times 6 is equal to positive 72. Okay, so atong i-transpose ning duha ari sa left side. So that's why we can now have a statement of y squared minus 10y. So ang kining negative 12 mahimo na siyang positive 12x, then plus 25 minus 72 is equal to 0. Combining 25 and negative 72, so the final statement would be y squared minus 10y plus 12x, then 25 minus 72 is equal to negative 47. We are going to subtract them since they have different signs, and we are going to copy the sign of 72 because it has greater absolute value compared to 25. Okay, so nasabtan. If you have some questions, just PM me later. Okay, so let's proceed to number 2. Number 2 is the parabola has a minimum vertex at negative 2, 6 and passes through the point 2, 8. Okay, so notice that in this case, minimum vertex. So when we say minimum, ubos ang imong vertex, pinakaubos ang imong vertex. So that means kung pinakaubos ang imong vertex, so the parabola is opening upward. Okay? So kung atong i-graph ang atong mga points, mga given, we have negative 2, 6. So negative 2 is here. Mo ni ang negative 2, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so negative 2, 6 is here. And then passes through 1, 2, 2, 8. Kaya dere ang imong 8. Diyan na aning point ni siya 2, 8. Kanipod ang imong vertex. Coordinates is negative 2, 6. Pero siya pinaka minimum, so ingana na ang posible nga opening sa parabola. So P opens upward. Diba? Okay? So, since kay ang P kay opening upward man, so ang imong parabola or ang imong axis of symmetry, ana, diba? Is parallel to the y-axis. Amo ani din he. Ano imong axis of symmetry, which is sa may ko kanang equation x equals -2. Okay? So next is unsaon man nimo pag-solve sa imong equation. Okay, so kay parabola opening upward man, so ang atong equation nga gamiton is quantity x minus h squared is equal to 4p quantity y minus k. Okay, positive ang 4p tungod kay it's opening upward. Okay, so kay ang p nimo kay 2,8 man, so that means your x p kay 2,8. So your x here is 2 and your y is 8. Ang imong vertex kay -2, 6 man. So your h is -2 and your k is 6. So imong i-substitute ning upat ka values here to find your p. So we have quantity 2 minus the negative of 2 is equal to 4p quantity 8 minus 6. Okay, 8 ha, kay y minus k. Okay, then the repod 2 minus -2. So when we simplify the left side, squared the n squared, it is equal to 2 plus 2 squared, which is 4p equals 4p times 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. 2 plus 2 is 4 and 4 squared, then 4p times 2 is 8p. 4 squared is 16 is equal to 8p. So divide both sides by 8 to solve for p. So your p here is 2. Okay? So p is 2. So from -2, 6, mag-count kag 2 units. We have 1, 2. So naadere imong focus. So your focus has coordinates -2. So 6 plus 2, -2, 8. Okay? And then your directrix would be from the vertex, count po kag 2 down, 1, 2. So mao ning sidya ang imong directrix. Asa naman na ubos sa 6 ug 2. So therefore, it should be y is equal to 4. No? Okay? And then ang imong ends of LR dapat above ug below, right ug left. So 4p man na siya, 4 times 2, sorry. Okay, 4p, so it should be 4 times 2 equals 8. So that means 4 units sa right or 4 units sa left. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2, 8. So meaning, ang imo daing P, which is 2, 8, it is one end of LR. Then the repod, ihapog kag 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is -3, 4, 5, 6. So -6, 8. Mo nang and negative 6/8. So imo ning i-join together, oy, mo na. So mo ni siya ang imong parabola. Okay? Sige. So since we have already your P, so makakuha na kag general equation, no? So quantity x minus h squared is equal to 4p quantity y minus k. So we have to replace the h and k and p to get the general equation of the parabola. So we have x minus, your h here is a negative 2 squared is equal to 4 times your p, which is 2, times quantity y minus 6. Okay, so thus simplifying this one, we can now have quantity x plus 2 squared is equal to 4 times 2 is 8 quantity y minus 6. Then simplifying this one, it should be x squared plus x times 2 is 2x times 2 is 4x plus the square of 2 is 4 is equal to 8 times y is 8y. Then 8 times negative 6 is negative 48. Okay, simplifying further, we are adding both sides with negative 8y plus 48 so that the right side becomes 0. So we have x squared plus 4x, 8y now becomes negative 8y, then copy positive 4, then negative 48 now becomes positive 48 is equal to 0. Okay, simplifying further to get the final equation, we now have x squared plus 4x minus 8y plus 52 is equal to 0. Okay, so mauna na siya ang answer sa example number 2. Okay? Okay. Okay. Number 3, we have vertex at 4, negative 2. The length of latus rectum is 8 units, and the opening of the parabola is to the left. Okay, so if we are going to graph here, to locate the vertex, it is in quadrant 4 and negative 2. So we have here the vertex. Okay, so since we are also given that the length of latus rectum is 8 units, that means 4b is equal to 8. So from there, we are going to divide both sides by 4. So your p is 2. Okay? Okay, your p is 2. So from the vertex, since it is opening left, so ang imong focus would be 2 units left. 1, 2. So mo ni siya imong focus. So the focus now has coordinates at 2, negative 2. Okay? And then, ang imo pong directrix would be 2 units to the right. So 1, 2. So mo ni imong directrix. Your D is x equals 6. no? Okay. And then after that, imong axis of symmetry is mao ni, we have y is equal to -2. And then ang imong ends of LR is 8 man, so 4 units above and below the focus. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Dere. One end is, we have 2, 2, 2. And the other one is 1, 2, 3, 4. Ihap ni mong 1 ha, dili sa tunga. Ihap kag down or left, one step higher or lower. So mo ni dere ang 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should be 2, -4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 na di ay. Okay. So 2, -6. Okay? Then i-join nimo together. Mao na ni siya ang imong parabola. Okay? So since you have already the HK, kay imong vertex kay 4, -2, imong H there is 4, your K is -2, and your P is 2. So the equation imong gamiton, since this is parabola opening left, so it should be quantity y minus k squared is equal to -4p quantity x minus h, which is, your k is -2, so it should be y minus the negative of 2 squared, and it is equal to -4 times 2, then quantity x minus your h is 4. So simplifying this one, it should be equal to y plus 2, because the negative of -2 becomes positive. And it is the same as -4 times 2 is -8, quantity x minus 4. Simplifying this one, it becomes y squared plus 2 times y is 2y times 2 is 4y, plus the square of 2 is 4, is equal to -8 times x is -8x. The -8 times -2 is positive 32. Okay, making this 0, we are to add positive 8x minus 32 to both sides. So that's why it becomes y squared plus 4y. Negative 8x becomes positive 8x. Then plus 4 minus 32 is equal to 0. Combining these two together, so that we can now have the final answer or final equation. So we have y squared plus 4y plus 8x minus 28 is equal to 0. Okay? So, mao na siya ang imong equation. Okay, number 4. Okay, number 4 is we are going to express the given in standard form. So, if we are going to express in standard form, we have to apply the completing the squares. Okay. So, rearranging, we are going to add both sides with 4x minus 28 para ang nasa left kanina lamang y squared minus 2y. So that we can now have y squared minus 12y is equal to negative 4x becomes positive 4x, and positive 28 becomes negative 28. Okay, so completing the squares, we have y squared minus 12y. The 12 will be divided by 2, or negative 12 will be multiplied by 1/2. So 1/2 of negative 12 is negative 6. And i-square na nimo ang negative 6. So negative 6 times negative 6 is positive 36. So sa gibuhat, ang negative 12 gi-divide og 2, it becomes negative 6. Negative 6 will be multiplied by itself. So negative 6 times negative 6 is 36. Okay, and then copy down 4x minus 28. And since we are adding sa left side with positive 36, we need to add also positive 36 to the right side. Okay? Kaya anak man na no, o muhatag gani ka sa pikas o something, muhatag po kag something sa pikas. Kay unfair ba dya? That's the golden rule. Okay. So simplifying this one, or factoring the I, not simplifying, it becomes y minus 6. Unsa tinggi answer ganina pag divide mo sa negative 12 og 2 mo na ibutang dire. Or ang katong imong square nga nahimong 36. So negative 6 squared is equal to 4x, and negative 28 plus 36 is equal to positive 8. Sakto. And then copy sa ka the quantity y minus 6 squared, and then i-factor out nimo ang right side. Notice nga na ay common factor nga 4, quantity x plus 2. So from here, maklaro na nimo nga ang parabola is opening right tungod kay y ang na-squared, positive imong 4p. So makaingon ka nga from this statement, diba, pareha na sa quantity y minus k squared equals 4p quantity x minus h. So that's why ang imo de ang 4p is equal to 4, wherein your p is 1. Okay? And then, ang imo pong vertex, ang imong h kay negative 2. Diba? Kay positive man eh. So, negative ang imong h diha. Kay aron x minus negative of 2 becomes x plus 2. And ang imo pong k, kay y minus k man, so y minus 6. So, meaning your k is positive 6. Okay? And then, ang imong focus karon, so ato sang i-graph para mas easier nimo nga tan-awon. Asa man ning open ang imong kuan karon? Parabola. So notice nga ning open siya to the right. Kay nag-square ang y, then ang imong 4p positive. So p opens right. Okay, so negative 2, 6, 1, 2, negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So mao ni dire ang imong negative 2, 6, your vertex. Okay, so from this vertex, asa man dapit ang imong focus? So kay to the right man, so from this point mo ihapra kag 1 point para naa na kay focus. So man is siya ang 1 point. So your focus there has coordinates negative 1, 6. Sakto? No, negative 1, 6. And then ang imo pong directrix has coordinates gikan sa vertex 1 unit pugka to the left, So, mo ni siya ang imong directrix. So, the directrix is x equals -3. Ang imong axis of symmetry, maupod ni ang line, it should be y equals 6. Okay? Then, ends of LR, ends of latus rectum. So, kay 4p equals 4 man, no? So, it should be 2 units, pahinon naman na nimo, above o below the focus. Okay, so from here, count kag 1, 2, 1, 2, wala dire. So, ang imong ends di ay, ang usa is -1/8, kay above raman siya sa focus og duha, and below po kag duha. We have and -1, 4. Diba? So, mo na siya. Okay. Mo na ang imong latus rectum. Okay? So, more na tanan. Okay, that's for number 4. Okay, number 5. We are going to express the given in standard form. Okay, so the given is equal to 2x squared plus 16x plus 16y minus 48 equals 0. So, since na ay 2 ang imong x squared, we need to divide everything pa by 2 para mas easier ang imong equation. So, x squared plus 8x plus 8y minus 48 equals 0. Okay, so these two, kay sila may dili mag-squared, di ba ang y, kay dili man mo na squared, so dapat si y will be transferred to another side. So, we have x squared plus 8x equals -8y plus 48. Then, completing the squares, we have x squared plus 8x. Ang 8 i-divide og 2 is 4. Then, squaring 4, mahimo siyang 16. Is equal to factoring -8y plus 48. Taking out the common factor, -8. So, -8y divided by -8 is positive y. And 48 divided by -8 is -6. Okay, then factoring this one, we now have quantity x plus 4 squared equals -8 copy quantity y minus 6. So from here, we can say that ang na-squared is ang x nga part with negative nga part p. So therefore, we can say that p opens downward. Okay, downward. So from here, we can conclude that the vertex is at downward man, no? So quantity x minus h squared equals -4p quantity y minus 6. So meaning, ang imong h here is -4. Ang imong pong k, y minus k niya. Ang imong pong k is 6. So, it is at -4 negative. Hi! tempaha na ako'y nalipatan. Tempaha kadali kay murag nalipat ko daring dapita. Okay, na ako'y nakalimtan. So atong i-transpose, we have x squared plus 8x equals negative 8y plus 48 man to, no? Then dire we have x squared plus 8x. We divide ang 8 by 2, it's 4. Then squaring it, nahimong 16 is equal to negative 8y plus 48 plus tanawa lagi nagyaiya jud ko. This is not 48 but what now gi-divide og 2, negative 24 plus 24 na ni. Okay, and then plus 24, then mag plus kag 16 pud sa right side. Okay, tempaha ang ibalikon, gi-divide na to og 2 ang kada usa, so it becomes x squared plus 8x plus 8y minus 24 equals 0. So mo ni naka kuan og ako ra usa, no, kay dili makitaan ang ay sa joke medyo mag face to face to kay mo correction dyan mo dadyon. Okay, so from here gi-transpose ning duha to the right side, ang 8y na himong negative, ang negative 24 na himong positive 24. Then completing the squares, gi-divide ang 8 by 2, so mahimong 4, then squaring na himong 16, then gi-copy ang negative 8y plus 24, then since nag-add tag 16 here, mag-add po tag 16 to the right side. And then factoring, this becomes quantity x plus 4 squared is equal to negative 8y, then 24 plus 16 is positive 40. So copy quantity x plus 4 squared, then factoring, which has the 2 has common factor negative 8, so we have quantity y minus 5. So from here our 4p is equal to 8, or negative 4p is negative 8, so your p here is positive 2, and your vertex is at kay ang imong h mo man eh, so negative 4, ang imo pong k is positive 5. Okay, so after that ato nang i-graph. Ang vertex is negative 4, 5. So, naa sa quadrant. Quadrant 2. Okay, so mo na imong vertex. Kay downward man ang atong opening, no? Kay negative man si 4p ang dyan, x minus squared. That means your focus is 2 units down of the vertex. So 1, 2. Lanhe. So meaning ang imong focus has coordinates negative 4, 3. Okay? Ang ends pod sa imong LR, imong ends sa LR kay 8 units man ang imong LR, kay ang length sa latus rectum is 8. That means 4 units left o right sa imong focus. So from here, 4 units, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Napo dire. So manang ang imong ends of LR is sa mani negative 5, 6, 7, 8, negative 8, 3, and 0, 3. So mana na unya ang imong axis of symmetry is mo ni we have access nimo is x equals -4. Diyan, imo pong directrix is from the vertex, mo count kag 2 units above, 1, 2. So, mo ni si dere. Okay, so that means ang imong directrix is y equals 7. Then, imo ning i-connect. Okay, so mao na imong parabola opens downward. Okay. Okay, so last one is an application. We are going to write an equation of the parabolic tunnel of lights of Sugod, Southern Leyte. If the height of the tunnel is 18 feet long and the opening of the tunnel is 24 feet wide. Okay? So, ang ato arbang illustration diha kay na ay na wrong gamay. So, dapat ang left side na point is dapat -12, -18. And you change that. So, -12, -18, and ang right side is +12, -18. Okay, wrong ko gamay tungod kay lipatan. Okay, so notice that ug atong tan-awon ang atong parabola is opening downward, no? Sige ra ba mo kanang pa-picture ani, naka-attendance ba mo ani? So I know nga namoy mga memories na nahitabo ani. So, mingaw na naman karong panahon na kay we are not allowed naman to duan to. Okay? So, ug ato nang tan-awon, atong gi-consider as ang atong vertex is at 0, 0. Sa origin. And then, notice that ang katason from the sa kalsada padung babaw is 18. So 18 feet ni, and then ang kalapdon pod is 24, so meaning 12 ni dire. So that is why ang coordinates here is 12, 18, and then ang napod si dire is -12, 18. So, i-change siya palihog to negative. Correct. So, -12, 18. Okay. So, since opens downward, the vertex is at the origin. So, meaning 0, 0. And the parabola opens downward. So, therefore, ang equation natong gamiton is quantity x minus h squared is equal to -4p quantity y minus k. So since our h and k are zeros, so x minus 0 is x squared equals -4p quantity y. Okay? Or -4py. So since ang atong x kay, di ba, ang mga points nga naa sa parabola, we have na iduha 12, 18 and -12, 18. So we are going to take 12, 18. So which is our x is 12 and y is 18. So replace ra ni mong x og 12 squared. 12 then squared, then -4. Pila may imong p diha? So your 4p is solbon pa, di ba? Times your y is 18. So therefore, this is 144 equals -4 times 18 is -72. Sorry. Kana wa ko -18 ni kanang des ubos. So this is negative 18. So the answer is positive 72. And then P. So divide both sides by 72. Therefore, your P is 2. So your 4P there is 4 times 2. So it gives us an answer of 8. So 8 kuno. That means ang imo untang latus rectum is 8. So 4 units picas, 4 units would picas. No? So therefore, ang imong equation, so ang ato nang gamiton is kanina, x squared equals negative 4py. So x squared is equal to negative 4 times 2 times y. So x squared equals negative 8y. Okay? So ang imo paning tiwason ang imong parabola dere. So ang imong vertex kay 0, 0 man. Unja ang imong directrix kay 2 units above. So it's y equals, directrix nimo is y equals positive 2. And then ang imong axis of symmetry is mao ni ang nangtunga. So it is x equals 0. Kaya ang x-axis mao ning tunga. Then ang imong focus would be 2 units below. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So mao ni imong focus. The coordinates would be 0, negative 2. And then ang imong ends of LR should be 4 units kay 8 man imong 4P. So 4 units right o 4 units left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So ano din picas. So it should be 4 negative 2 and 4 negative 4 negative 4 and negative 4 negative 2. Okay, so mo na ang imong kuan. So mo ni ang latus rectum nimo. Okay, so I hope inyong nasabtan. And if there are dili jud maklaro gihapon sa akong discussion, so just ask or just PM me anytime. Okay, so did you learn something today? So taas-taas atong video kay inabot jud og 1 hour. Pero sige ra, hinahinad siya ra, pwede ra nag-enjoy i-installment pagtan-aw no, mga 30 minutes usa ka example, duha ka example, stop sa kagkapod siya na ka, then continue later. So, kamo ray magbuot kanus ang mo ganahan mo tan-aw, di pod mo ganahan mo tan-aw, okay ra pod, but I am trying my best. I'm trying my best to give you something para makamaod jud mo sa atong lesson. Okay? So, for your activity na i-comply, ang deadline is October 11, 2021. You are going to answer quiz number 1 and the assessment provided. So sa atong assessment, if there are things nga ang answer what's the traces, just write the correct answer na inyong na solve beside the numbers. Okay, so na ako'y pahabol that mathematics is dull unless it is an upward parabola on your face. Okay, keep smiling. Thank you for watching and listening. Till the next video. Bye bye.